What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I have an interesting retirement story to talk to you guys about today. There's a gentleman living in Bali, and you won't believe how much he's paying for rent. I'll let you watch the video clip first so you'll see it, and then we're going to talk a little bit about this. But not only is he, is his rent cheap, but everything else is cheap as well, and he's living in paradise. And I posted a video a couple of days ago where I was talking about this. I was talking about the reality of some people are actually moving out of the U.S. and living in other countries, and this gentleman's one of them. And a lot of people had questions, and I will answer some of the comments that you guys posted on that video because there were a lot. And one of the biggest questions was, how much does it cost to live in certain areas? Of course, I can't tell you that because I don't know all the different areas, but as I find video clips, as I have personal experiences with people, talking with people about how much they pay for rent and utilities and all that, I will do separate videos and I'll let you guys know. And so I saw this clip and I couldn't pass up this opportunity. So I'm going to show you the clip first, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you guys all for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can at the TEC Show Live. Okay, so this gentleman here, he retired early. He retired at 62, and he's only living on Social Security right now. Actually, he has a little side hustle that he's doing as well, but mainly Social Security. So he's going to talk a little bit about that. He's getting about $1,700 a month. So let's go ahead and play the clip. Here we go.
Actually have a larger pension than you really need to live here, don't you? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, that's plenty. Again, I retired early, so my Social Security that I took early is only about $1,700 a month.
Yeah.
It went up a little bit. You get a raise every year.
Right.
And I was warned by my family, of course, that was not going to be enough, and you'll be sorry. And yes, I did build a cushion.
Yeah.
And I still have a bit of a cushion, but frankly, I really haven't needed it much.
Yeah.
It has proven to be enough, definitely.
Right. So give us an idea. What are some of the other things that you spend money on other than rent? Like, what do you spend on groceries and going out to restaurants? And maybe not, you don't have to be exact, but just round figure.
I think you're going to have the breakdown for me.
Yeah. Do you want it? I can give it.
Oh yeah. He
sent this to me before.
I had never done the research on myself to really get the details. I mean, that's how much I don't care about money, I guess. But
if you keep your thumb on there, it'll stay up.
Perfect. So this is what I'd estimated my cost. So a one-year home, $600, $50 a month. Groceries, an average of $150 a month. Restaurants, a little bit more in restaurants. So probably at least, I put 260 as an average.
Right.
So that can vary, but...
How many times a week would you say you average you go out?
Probably 3 or 4.
Times a week? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes more.
Okay.
But I also cook at home. Internet, $16.50.
$16.50.
$16.50.
Okay.
Electricity, $33.
Okay.
Yeah. Water, $2.30.
Right.
One that I forgot to list, which I'll add, is laundry.
Right.
About 100,000 rupiah, which is about $8.
It's a little less, I think.
Yeah.
15 to 1 right now.
7. Okay, so
yeah, closer
maybe
to 7.
$7 a month for laundry, and that's sourcing it out. Garbage pickup.
Yeah, so you don't have to do it. You just bring.
No, you drop it off, and then a couple days you pick it up, and it's all iron folded, and it's amazing. Garbage pickup, $3.30. Now I listed the next one as items, miscellaneous, and so forth. So for miscellaneous, I put $75.
Right.
No, let's see. Oh, shopping, miscellaneous, $75. And then other things like helping family and or, if I'm, dating and so forth, another $100 a month.
Right.
And that number can be higher at times. Yeah,
sure. If you're dating more.
Yeah.
Some of that's probably in the restaurant.
Yeah, there you go. So I have a subtotal of $490.
That's crazy.
So without doing much extra,
right,
like scuba diving and and traveling much and all that, it would be right around $500 a month.
Right.
Which I'm still shaking my head at. I'm looking at that and I go, well, that's actually my numbers. So now what I did is I added that on. So I added on travel and recreation.
Oh, good.
So for travel, recreation, and hotels. That said, I probably come down to this area in the South Valley and the rest of Bali, and I've traveled to Java and I've traveled to other islands. I probably do something like that once a month.
Okay.
Yeah, once a month. So
That's
I do
great.
travel a lot,
That's
even
great.
though I'm living in paradise.
Yeah.
and I put down for that an additional $400 to $600. So if you add that $400 to $600 to the original $500,
Right.
which you could just get by on the $500.
Just get by.
If you're just frugal, especially if you're single and
Right.
and again, I don't drink much, so that also
makes a
helps.
big
I don't have a
difference.
big alcohol tab, so
Right.
add that in if you're
Yeah.
if you're a drinker. That's not part of my groceries really. It's an average of $1,000 to $1,200 a month.
Okay, so he showed you approximately how much he spends per month, and pretty amazing, pretty amazing. Now, I want to go back to this because I took a screen capture of this because it kind of, I didn't understand when he first started talking about rent and everything, how much he was paying. It kind of flew over my head. And let's just zoom in on this. So when we're looking at this, he's saying his 1-year lease is $600. He's actually paying $50 a month to live where he's living. And they showed a picture. What I'm going to do, I didn't show you the whole video, okay, because I want you to go to this channel and watch. It's called Vagabond Awaits. And what I'll do is I'll have a link in the comments. So at the very top of the comments, there'll be a link there. Go over to his channel, subscribe to his channel, let him know that I sent you over there. And it's just amazing. $50 a month in Bali, in paradise. He's living in paradise. And he was talking, and you'll see if you watch the video, he was talking about healthcare. So he talks a little bit about that. He was also talking about he's living near the water, but it's like very tropical where he's living. There are a lot of trees that grow fruits and all this stuff. He said you can pretty much live off the fruits that are there. You don't even have to go to the grocery store and buy a lot because you have when it comes to fruits, because their fruits are all over the place. So just really amazing. Some of the other things that caught my eye: internet, $16.50. That's really reasonable. Even electricity. I know my electricity, I pay over $200 a month. He's paying $33 a month for electricity. There are some things that you might not. I mean, I don't know exactly how the water works, the water system. He might not have, like, just turn on your faucet and you have water. They might have to bring water to him and put it. Usually they have these big containers that are sitting on top of the houses, and then they will fill the water into those big containers, and that's the water that you have for the month. So it might be a situation like that. I'm not sure if that's the way it goes or not. I've never been to Bali. I do want to go to Bali, but I haven't visited there. So just, I mean, really, really interesting. He's $75 for miscellaneous items and shopping. It's just amazing. So $490 is pretty much what he spends per month just on a normal basis. That's without travel. And then when you start to add travel in, that's when it got to about $1,200 a month. But that's with travel, and travel is usually pretty expensive when it comes down to it. So very, very interesting story. I just wanted to share that with you guys because there are other options out there. And I've talked about this before. There are other places that you can live. You don't have to live in the U.S. You don't even have to live where you're living in the U.S. You might want to move to another state or move to another city where it's more reasonable. But I'm just fascinated with some of these places outside of the country because they are beautiful. They're paradise. You're living on the beach and you're not paying very much to live there. And the way that I like doing things is I like to travel already. So why not travel for 6 months out of the year and then come back and spend 6 months in the U.S. and then go back out and travel for 6 months and just keep doing that back and forth. That's what I like to do. That's what I want to do. Now, some people might say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just go for it and live in another country. And so that might be your option as well. And then some people say, you know what? I'm just going to stick it out. I'm struggling right now in the U.S., but I'm going to stay here. I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere. And that's okay too. But I think it's just good to know that there are other options out there. If you're not happy with your current situation and you want to make some changes, there are other things that you can do to make those changes. Even if you're doing it part-time, you're not doing it full-time. I don't know. I feel a little nervous about leaving the U.S. and staying in another country for years and years and years. Maybe I'll get a little more comfortable with it if I'm staying 6 months at a time, and maybe it'll be a little bit easier. But taking that big leap for me is something that I don't know if I'm comfortable with right now. But definitely I want to spend a lot of time outside of the U.S. experiencing different places because now I have that opportunity. Now I'm retired. I don't have to go to work every day. And so because of that, I want to experience the world. So I want to know what you guys think about all this. So let me know down below. If you have more questions about travel, if you have more questions about living outside the US, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.